Guys, I'm so sorry there wasn't any content yesterday. The day just got away from me. It was one of the just this it's I've been very busy. I've been very busy and I'm still kind of figuring out all the lighting and the sound. Learning technology as we go. We're learning technology as we go. Well, hi, I'm Kate the Angel Medium, and if you're new here, welcome. This is an incredibly powerful community of Earth Angel Baddies doing our best to cut through the fluff and walk in divine authority every step we take every day. Because it's not that we are having issues with being spiritual, we're all deeply spiritual. A lot of us have a huge issue and have a hard time being human. We know how to be empathetic, we know how to be loving, we know how to be considerate and compassionate, but we have a harder time doing a lot of the other human things. Now, don't we? And that's what this message is all about. What you need to do in the next phase of your life, the next steps, according to Archangel Michael and all the angels of the highest Christ and light, especially your angels, is this. I need you to stop allowing, actually, let me see, hold the mic up here because I know we've been having sound issues. Stop allowing your emotions to control your actions. I know in the spiritual community, especially, and the self help community, they are feeding you stuff that is not helping you because they don't actually want to help you. It is a business. It is business. And if you heal and come to a place where you no longer need them, they don't make money, or not nearly as much money as they would like to make, because it's just like the diet industry. They're not going to actually give you things that work. They're going to give you just enough to get. It's real. And so you're on this cycle now where they have conditioned you into believing there's more wrong with you than there is, so that you need them. When what you really need is to learn to trust yourself, connect with your angels, and trust the guidance that you are receiving from them. And what they are telling you right now is to stop allowing your emotions to control your life. When things get hard, do it anyways. Do hard things. Successful people are comfortable with being uncomfortable. Comfort is a sin. God is all about expansion, growth, abundance. That is being spiritual, that is being godly. But when we are stagnant, it is technically, according to the Bible, sinful. No matter what you believe, it is not healthy to remain still. And it's why so many people feel so unfulfilled in their everyday life. And the other message that Archangel Michael is talking about today is it is time to pull the plug and truly remove yourself from the people, the places, the toxic behaviors, all of it. See, what's so important here right now is that you are struggling because you're creating this new identity, you're doing all of this healing work, and you're exhausted. Because it's just so much, because it's a lot. But the problem is, right now, and I've talked about this last time, is that you are running two programs at the same time, your old version and the new version. You need to remove the old version before you can fully integrate into the new version. What things or stuff, activities, lifestyles, people, places, things do you need to remove to be the next version of yourself? Do not quit your job. I'm a psychic. I'm telling you guys, do not quit your jobs, especially if you live in America. Do not quit your jobs. Okay? Unless you have something better lined up. Okay? Moving on. Oh, something in my throat. Excuse me. If you're new here, I don't edit these things. I sit down, I channel the message as I receive it, and I share it with the world, and I hit upload. Okay? That's how this channel works. No flashiness. I don't even know how to do any of that flashiness yet. Maybe in the future I will. But for now, this. Because here's the thing about the external world. There are plenty of things that are just out of our control. They are just out of our control. And it is not your fault. But with the way the economy is working, especially when you check the astrology and just the powers that be, do not quit your jobs. Do it anyways. Find a way to find the balance and the harmony in the process of all the things. And stop listening to your body. I know. Ooh, talk about throat chakra. Girls been using it a lot lately, but I also know when I speak truth, there are sometimes negative energies and stuff that just don't want me to say it, but we're going to do it anyways. Okay? Because this is the truth. And I will never lie to you guys. I will always give you the unfiltered, direct truth. Because what's going on here is very, very important. Stop listening to your body. Obviously, we're not talking about like if you have an injury or there's pain. What I'm talking about right now in this moment, all I can think about is how badly I want to eat a cheeseburger. And if I listened to my body, I would go eat a cheeseburger. I did not want to film today. I'm exhausted. It is what it is. I have been very busy this week. If you have been following me for a little while, you know that we lost our kitten. He passed away last week. My son is in wrestling. I'm constantly running around. My body is telling me to go eat cheeseburger. But my goals, my mission is I want to lose weight. I want to become the healthiest version of myself. Stop listening to your body. Stop allowing your emotions to control you. Do it anyways. Do it scared. Do it nervous. Do it with anxiety. Get it done. That email that you need to send it. That laundry that you need to put it away. Get so obsessed with doing the things that you hate doing and you will find success. I don't like learning about technology, but I'm learning. I have a real mic. I'm learning about lights. I'm figuring it all out because God wants me right here in this moment to share my wisdom, my knowledge. What you are being fed by the spiritual community right now is fluff, and it's not working. And that is why you constantly feel stuck, unfulfilled, disempowered, like nothing is working. You're constantly praying, manifesting, and nothing is working. There is no knight in shining armor coming in to save you. Prince Charming is not coming in on his big, beautiful horse and whisking you away to the enchanted forest to live happily ever after. You're probably not going to win the lottery. And you're certainly not going to win the lottery if you've never bought a ticket. I'm not telling you to buy a ticket, but I'm telling you to get off the couch. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Pull yourself out of victim mode and do it anyways. Stop worrying about what people think about you and only worry about what you're putting inside of you. I want you to get so obsessed with doing the things that you hate to do because that is how you feed the future version of yourself. Because the future version of yourself did all of those things so that they could be standing in that position of success that you want so desperately. And I know you want it. You want the love, you want the abundance, you want the health, you want it all. So go get it. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of haters because you're doing something that they're not willing to do, which is be so devoted to yourself and prioritizing your needs over everybody else's so that you can get done what you need to do. Yeah, I'm my mom, but my priorities are still first. Of course, my kids have everything they've ever needed and then some. They are absolutely living a world of abundance, but they also see how hard mommy works to get it. So that is becoming their normal. All they know is that if you work hard and you never give up on yourself, you will find success. And that if it doesn't work, that doesn't mean you give up, you keep going. And you just try a new way to get there. Because the goal might remain the same, but there are infinite paths to that goal. And if one path leads you to a dead end, then try another path. Adjust, overcome. But get off the couch. Ask yourself, what is the one thing that is truly stopping you right now for you to go after your dreams? What? What? And then go do it. And if you don't even know how to get it done, what's the very first step to get it done? Maybe your one thing that you want to do right now is to write a book. Maybe all you've ever thought about is writing a book. Okay, go buy a freaking pen. A pen that you know that you're going to sit at your desk and start writing. Or think of a title. Think of a title. Just think of a title and pull your computer out and just write that title on that first page. And then tomorrow, after you do that, I want you to sit down and you're going to write an outline. And the day after that, you're going to think about that first chapter. How are you going to start your story? Small steps, long vision. See, your problem is, and I'll scream it from the rooftops, you're trying to skip steps. You got to start at the beginning. And if you've already started, then you got to keep going. What's the next step? Sit with yourself. Truly sit with it. What is the next step? For me, the main focus right now is my health and wealth. And so the next step is I had to be so real with myself. What is the one thing I'm not doing right now that I know that if I do it, I will have success? Tracking my calories. I hate tracking my calories. I hate having to break down a recipe and put all of the things in and then I hate it. I hate it. So you know what I did? I used to always use my Fitness Pal, and I love my Fitness Pal, so don't come for me. But I knew I needed something brand new. So I downloaded a whole new app called Chronometer, and I'm going to give it a shot. And I'm committing to myself just right now to do it for 7 days. I'm committing to 7 days. 7 days just tracking every fluffing thing I eat. And it's not about even staying within a specific calorie intake. I'm just making sure I track everything, because you can't measure to see how good you're doing if you don't measure. Right? I saw this on TikTok the other day and it absolutely triggered me in such a powerful way. Even the conductor turns its back to the audience. The reason why my content is so powerful, I believe, or I know, it's because I'm not trying to please anyone. I'm just sharing my infinite wisdom that Archangel Michael gives me. I'm not trying to package it in any type of way yet. Maybe I will in the future. Who's to say what my future version of me tries to do? I'm not coming on here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm not here to hold your hand, because if you want more, you need to do more. Hey, you might think that right now in this moment you have a really great life and you are so content with everything, and you're struggling because you're having a hard time embracing the idea that your life is so great, you're so happy, you're so in so much gratitude and loving it, but you still want more. That's okay. You're allowed to be so grateful for the life you already have and still want more. You can have both. It's not a big deal. It does not make you a bad person. And get over this whole notion of good versus evil in the sense of, am I a good person or am I a bad person? Stop. Turn your back to the audience. The conductor literally puts together hundreds of musicians to make this beautiful masterpiece. But it's because he's so focused on what he needs to do and he's not concerned about what everybody is thinking about him, is when he truly gets in touch with his art. Because he knows if he stays focused and he really dials in on what he wants to create, he will be successful. It's inevitable. If you put all the little pieces together, like your life is a puzzle, you may not know what the big picture is going to look like, but eventually you're going to get a good idea. And finally, you will put that puzzle piece together and you'll get that last little piece. And just think about how good it's going to feel when you put that last little piece in and it all comes together. Yeah, sure. Inherently, as humans, we want to look around and see who's clapping for us. But that doesn't do anything in the end of the day if you don't find the self fulfillment and clap for yourself. When you look in the mirror, how do you feel? It's not about what everybody else feels. How do you feel? It is not your job to prove that you are worthy to everybody else. It's knowing that you are worthy and moving accordingly. That's the bottom line. Mind you, it's taken me years to get here. Years. And I'm still a work in progress. I still get triggered. I still have my moments. Sometimes, yeah, I do still walk in the room and I'm like, ew, what did I do? But I do understand that it's more that they're intimidated by the fact that I am so authentic and that I don't care what they think about me. And because I don't care what they think about me, that triggers them in their rejection issues. Or I'm triggering them because they are so insecure about feeling the way they feel, and they see me walk in and I have something they want, whether it's an energy, it's a thing, whatever, and that triggers them because I've accomplished or I've stepped into something that they want, but they haven't put the work in, and they, whatever reason, it just triggers them. But that's a them problem, that's not a you problem. And the more you allow your emotions to control you, the farther you get away from your goals and your dreams and your desires. Don't let your emotions interfere with the plan. And make a plan. Make a plan. What is your plan? And if you don't know what each step is, that's fine, as long as you know the next one. And sometimes what I do is I put the goal in, and I work backwards until I figure out what I need to do next. And stop feeling like you have to do it the way everybody else did it. Their blueprint might not work for you. That's okay. Build your own blueprint. Do it your way. See, that's the problem right now. You go in the spiritual community, 99% of them are all using AI. There's no, and that's why everybody's giving the exact same message out at the exact same time. They're all talking about the same thing, giving you the same mission. And then as soon as they move on to the next trendy thing that AI tells them to put out, they put that out. It's why it's so shallow and hollow. Now, there's something wrong with using AI. There's plenty of times that I will use AI because I have a thought. I put my thought into the AI and it helps me articulate the message. But it's me. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the biggest message here is you are your own knight in shining armor. And stop allowing your emotions to distract you from the plan. Get in control of your emotions. That is the true measure of a high value person, somebody that takes themselves seriously. Because somebody who's in control of their emotions is not letting anybody else trigger their emotions. No one else has control over your emotions or can interfere with your emotions anymore because you're in control of it. You don't like me? Okay. Oops. You don't like the message that I put out? I made you uncomfortable because I made you uncomfortable. You want to leave a mean comment? Fine. I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to wake you up. I'm here to put you back in the driver's seat so you can finally go on your journey unapologetically. Because maybe the reason why you feel so unfulfilled right now in your life is because you're so focused on filling everybody else's cup and you're so burnt out and you got nothing left. So of course you're unfulfilled because you're only worried about fulfilling everybody else's feelings and emotions. You're so concerned about how all of your actions could interfere or upset anybody else, as opposed to, am I abandoning myself again? Am I losing myself again in this? Huh, right? You can, you will, so do it. You're smart, you're intelligent, you're gifted, you're psychic AF, you're literally a chosen. You're literally an earth angel. That is why those dreams in your heart are so big. We all have the potential to do great things. It's what you decide to do with that potential. Look at the Bible again. Noah's Ark. Think that was easy? The obedience that it took? See, here's what you have to understand. The removal of something does not make you weak. It means you're committed. People are like, we'll use food as an example again. I have foods that are not safe for me. And if I keep them in my house, I'm going to eat them. And I'm not going to eat just one. One of my biggest kryptonites is fresh mozzarella. Oof. Give me a caprese salad, sandwich or salad, anything. Your girl is going in. Your girl is going in. Love it. Pizza, cheese. I love cheese. Even though I'm like low-key lactose intolerant, it's not good for me. I still love it, right? Me removing it does not mean I'm weak, because we tell ourselves in this toxic diet culture that you should be able to have the willpower to have something in your house and not eat it, or remove it and show yourself how committed you are to your success. Oh, but my kids love cheese. They'll be fine. I'm sure there's other stuff they like too, and they probably shouldn't be eating so much cheese either. Right? Something to think about. See, we're in the middle of this deeply transformative energy. And many of you probably do not see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that does not mean it's there. Not there. It's there. Just because you can't see it does not mean it's not there. And we tend to have our biggest breakdowns right before our biggest breakthroughs. See, this is the part of the journey where many of you, not all of you, would probably already quit. Don't quit this time. If anything, you're only allowed to quit one thing, and that's quitting. You don't need to do something new. You don't need to jump ship. You need to make it work. You need to figure it out. Okay? I love you. I don't think you guys understand the love that I have for you all. I wish and I hope that it transfers through the film and you feel it. I'm so grateful for this community. You have absolutely changed my life. I've never felt more fulfilled. I've never felt more seen. You know, I grew up the weird girl, right? Apparently there's a whole lot of us weirdos, right? So let me just be the queen of weirdos. You guys are incredible. You're amazing. Never forget that you're worth it. 100% worth it. I want you to do it scared. I want you to do it with the anxiety. I want you to do it. See, what people don't understand is when we talk about bravery and courage, that does not mean the absence of fear. It means that you're doing it in the face of fear. Do it, Fred. Just do it. You can and you will. And I love you. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow.